But to get started, we're going to add 10 ml of base to our first cup here. And if you're wanting to recreate this, I strongly encourage you anyways, but more specifically, if you are creating your perfect shade and you do want to remake this, you are going to want to make sure that you're recording your recipe on your recipe card. Okay, so the first one that I'm gonna make is gonna be more of a classic red or a bright red, which is kind of similar to the color that I'm wearing now on my nails. So I'm gonna start with 1 scoop. You're allowed 3 scoops of dry color, either pigment or mica, depending on which kit that you have. So I'm just gonna add 1 scoop here so you can see the color that it is. It's very, very bright. And I want this to be more of a true red. So I'm gonna stick with just 1 scoop of this. I really like the vibrancy of this. It is looking a little bit pink to me. So what I'm gonna do to adjust that is I'm going to add some of my red liquid concentrates. And so you can add up to 30 different drops of your red concentrate to really get your color or adjust your color. These do not have, the ones in the Floral Fancy kit, these do not have any shimmer to them whatsoever. And this pigment, the 0335, also does not have any shimmer really to it. So you're going to achieve more of a cream base with this. And so you can see here, the red that I just added was more of a true red, and then combined with this pigment, which is a red, but it's slightly lighter. And so I'm gonna add even more of this until I can get it to the intensity that I want. And one of the things that you can do to check the intensity is to test it on your place setting here. And with the other 2 shades that I'm doing, I'm gonna create a darker red and then like a slightly lighter red that has just a tint of a pink hue to it. So still not quite where I want it to be. I know the direction that I'd like, so I'm gonna continue to add more of the red concentrate here to really bring me up to the vibrant red that you see in my nails here. I think I'm getting pretty close. But I feel like what would be right for me, or what I'm looking for, is to have double the intensity that I have here. So I'm gonna add double the liquid concentrate drops. I feel like I'm getting pretty close now. And I always recommend testing your polish across the black ink that's here on your place setting so that you can see how opaque or translucent it might be. So here I go again, a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're new to making polish, you might be more comfortable, and what we recommend for first-time polish makers is just to add 1 drop at a time. Our liquid concentrates, a little bit goes a long way. So even 1 drop could considerably change the color that you're making. And oftentimes it can be hard to correct that. You can correct it, but if you add too much, it might be difficult to go back. think I'm getting even closer. Okay, I'm gonna add 2 more drops. I feel like that will give me the color that I want. It's almost the opacity that I would like. And that's a true red. So now I'm gonna grab my bottles. And start to pour it in here with my funnel. So we recommend keeping the pouring in this circle here because if it does spill out, you have an opportunity to catch any polish that might start running off onto your countertop or tabletop. And then when you're pouring, you just want to fill your funnel about 3/4 of the way high. Let all of the polish go down into the bottle before you add more. So the other thing that you could do to make it kind of a deeper tone too is I could have added more of this pigment if I wanted to. That will also adjust the opacity of your polish. And you also want to make sure anytime you're stirring and mixing your polish, you want to make sure that you have no chunks of pigment or mica or undissolved pieces in there. So I can see that I have a little bit of extra left in my cup, but I'm not going to pour that in because I'm already over the shoulder of my polish, which you want to be careful of so that you don't overflow. Set that right inside there. And then add my cap. And so that's my true red there, if you could see that.